Alright, this is my built Mazdaspeed. I don't think the last time I actually did a video of it outside of the garage. So this is a full walk around on my built Mazdaspeed 6. We're gonna get inside and give it a start and go for a quick run. Don't mind it, I didn't get a chance to wash it there where I brought it out today, but let's get inside here. Alright. Cleaning up some leaves today. Don't mind the lights, guys. I had a freak incident where the harness actually arced against one of the engine pulleys and it lit up the dash like a Christmas tree. So, and took out my ABS module. So I will be replacing that shortly and getting rid of my DSC lights and ABS lights that are actually on. The neat thing about this car is that it has a very aggressive clutch. It's a clutch masters clutch. So what I do to kind of reduce wear on the actual car itself is that it has a button inside here that you press and then you turn the key and the vehicle actually starts. So it's like a bypass there, so you can start the vehicle without actually putting your foot on the clutch there, start the vehicle, no lubrication there. So let's start her up. Okay, show you what we got here. Oh man, let's see if we can get her to warm up. So those are the DSC lights, that's the traction control and ABS light that are on. Like I said, it took out the ABS module on the car, so I also had it also took out my I had a boost gauge here, and then I replaced this with this little red light when I had methanol on the car. I took the boost gauge out of the car and had this here, and that light was to let me know that the meth pump was actually on, there was power to it, and that it was actually injecting. If anyone's ran meth on the car, the worst thing that can ever happen with your meth system is that it doesn't actually spray. And that's a scary thing because that can cost a lot of money and detonation and taking out your motor. And these motors aren't cheap at all, or definitely not cheap anymore, and they're becoming harder and harder and harder to find. So that's the reason why I had that on there. But now that I don't have meth, I'm probably gonna pop my boost gauge back inside there, even though it's kind of redundant when you have an access port sitting right there that basically tells you everything you need from boost to high pressure, high fuel pressure desired, and high fuel pressure actual. And then I also have it on my MAF voltage there, because when it gets cold I have to watch it because I have a blow through setup, but I like to monitor that. And I also like to monitor my knock retard and my actual AFR on the vehicle there. So those are my monitors I normally keep up on my access port, just to make sure that everything is healthy and everything's running in a safe state. I'm not blowing anything up because I have a trail of motors there inside my garage that I keep just in case things decide to actually get a little crazy, or if I decide that I'm gonna get a little bit crazier and actually take this car off the road and turn it into like a dedicated like race car, which I haven't. I figured the power level that I'm at right now is good for what I want out of this car. Like I said, I'll have more on Project Gap Ties, which is the Mustang. That one is going to be like a dedicated street / race car, but it will be a street car. It will not be a drag car or a full dedicated drag. That's why I stuck with the Magnum 6-speed transmission on that. I'm just trying to figure out whether or not I want a sequential shifter or not, just to kind of take some of the error out of it. But we see we got a little STI in front of us here. And while I am actually trying to get the car to actually warm up, which it looks like we just actually reached temp real quick here, why not have a little fun? Why not have a little fun? I gap STIs on the regular. I have never lost to an STI. I'm sure there's faster ones out there, but I have never personally been gap ties by a STI. Every STI I've raced, I have gap ties in this car. And I don't plan on that changing anytime soon. So I hope this guy's going back out onto the road, because I would love to gap him right on camera. I'm on pump gas right now, no E85, because it's freaking It's cold as a beach out here. It's really cold. It's fall time here in Rochester, New York. It's gonna snow later on tonight. We got our first snow yesterday. That was exciting. Not so much. I hate snow. I hate the winter, but I live here, so it is what it is. So, oh, that's a chick inside that car? That is so sexy. There ain't nothing sexier than having a chick inside a sports car and then getting out with some nice boots and looking sexy as hell. Something about that, I don't know, man. I don't know about y'all, but it turns me on, man. I love it. I love it. Especially if she could drive that. Ooh, boy, I tell you. Woo! But I digress on that. So now the car's warmed up. Let's do a couple of pulls on this car. Look at that. The things people do to Saturns. I can't even talk because I used to have a Saturn I on Redline, and I put a Harrop supercharger on that thing. I had that thing making like 330 wheel horsepower. Very light car. Surprised and hurt a lot of feelings. And people used to always ask me, why the hell would you do that to a Saturn? And this is why I was waiting for my Mustang to get done. So they were doing work on that. I needed something in the meantime to kind of entertain me. Probably wasn't the best idea I've ever had, I'm not gonna lie. I think I wasted a lot of money on that thing. So if I had to do it all over again, I probably would not. I'd probably just get a daily and drive. Except probably would have been better than that. But I mean, you can't take away the experience, man. Supercharged 4-cylinder, it was nice. It was definitely nice. Instant boost. No need for brake boosting. You just kind of just go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But night and day difference between the Mazdaspeed 6 and then that car. Obviously two different platforms, but obviously between the all-wheel drive and the front-wheel drive, I don't know if I would ever own another front-wheel drive car again, unless it was just for winter or daily driving purposes, but I would never own one with the intent of modifying it and making it stupid fast. It's just not my preference there. I like getting off the line fast. I like the traction aspect of it. You know, rear wheel drive, that's a whole different beast. I definitely do rear wheel drive, but I can't say I would ever do it. I still have an affinity. I used to be a Honda guy. Still have an affinity for a little Civic hatch. But I don't know if I would like go balls to the wall with that. It'd probably be a very targeted and specific build, and it wouldn't be one that would have like a stupid amount of horsepower. Like everything I would do to that car, like when I build cars, everything that I do to them, it's got to be purpose built. Like it's got to be a reason why I'm making that power. Like if I make that power, then the car's got to be able to put it down to the ground. It's got to be able to perform. Like I do not build cars that that just make stupid horsepower just to brag about numbers. I can care less about power numbers. I care more about going fast. I don't care if I make 1,000 horsepower. If I can't put that power to the ground, then that's useless to me. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm coming at with that. But let's get a couple pulls in, man. Let's do that. Let's see here. Gotta get rid of some of this traffic. Should do some flybys. All these people, I swear. That was partial throttle. I wasn't even all the way into it. Junk starts getting a little bit dicey. Top of third. Like I don't even take third all the way up because I act like a little puss. Because stuff starts acting like things start moving real quick around that, and that's even on pump. Again, on pump 385, but stuff starts getting a little sketchy, especially when you're on a road like that. If I was on the expressway, I would wind it completely out. But that's just a small pull. I will do another video later on today, with me doing some flybys there. So again, this is my built Mazdaspeed 6. I'll do a little bit in detail. Car does have a full stereo system that's completely custom, so I'll show that to you guys there. And then we'll do a couple of flybys, and you'll see what we got. So thank everyone for watching. Please click like and subscribe there. Try to get some more content for you guys there. Enough of me rambling and more about the car. Have a good one.